Hey everybody and welcome back to my Let's Play. Let's dive right into it. This is the chapter we left off on. Trying to think what new interesting life updates I can offer you guys, and can't really offer anything. But not much has happened, just work and snow and work and snow. Kinda sick of that. Do TVs look like that anymore? Do we have that kind of static? No, I guess we do. I guess we still do. So Madison, everyone. In her lovely apartment. I could never afford an apartment like this. At least not in New York. I'm sure in like any other city it'll be a little more affordable. Exactly the same layout, but somehow more affordable.
Goddamn insomnia. I'm totally exhausted, but I just can't sleep.
Any of you guys suffer from insomnia? Thankfully, I've never had that issue. I'm happy to report. I like I don't have an issue with sleeping. I think even if I have a nightmare, well, I'm probably like most other people. Even, the microwave is manufactured by Believe. Okay. Guess that's a very popular microwave company. Anyway, I'm one of those, I'm just like most other people where I do wake up from nightmares, but then I'm like, F it, I go back to sleep. It takes me a few minutes to just kind of, you know, adjust it in my brain and kind of, convince myself, oh, that was just a bad dream, and then, that's it. You go back. There you go. But most of you guys know that. I wonder if those are actually like real images. Let's see what else she's thinking.
If I try to stay busy, it might actually help me get to sleep.
This apartment is big, but it's not that big. I would be able to tell if somebody's around. Did she type like 2 words and that's it? Job well done. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes that's my kind of day. Like, I literally, that's all I can do.
A hot shower. That'll create the magic of sleep.
That'll also create the magic of YouTube flagging my video and maybe striking my channel. Or just banning it altogether for nudity. So no, Madison, no. Get your ass to sleep. I don't know if I could live, I guess this is essentially a studio apartment, but I don't know, I've always had this thing where, oh, okay. Okay, that was creepy. I've always had to have this thing where I like to be in a bedroom that's separated from everything else. I like my rooms to be separated. I don't know, some people don't mind leaving their bedroom door open. I always have to close my bedroom door when I'm asleep. Or when I'm about to go to sleep. Like, I just can't.
I swear that shadow just moved. It's freaking me out. Girl, get a grip. The door's locked tight, and you're home alone. I shouldn't take those damn pills again.
So, living in an apartment like this, as nice as it is, I don't know if I could actually do it. Not to mention this okay, who would be able to sleep with this enormous neon sign flickering on and off every 3 seconds? Look, that's right outside her window. That's awesome. That's why she probably got this apartment at a super cheap price. I don't know. At least put a curtain up. Like, oh my gosh. She has nothing. No curtains, no blinds, no anything. Now, I think you guys know what's going to be coming up. But first, I'm going to pee and gross you guys out. Because that's how I roll. Oh god, with the sound effects and everything. Is Madison gonna do the decent thing and wash her hands? Urine in the face, of course not. She has soap there too. I mean, I think that's soap. That's either soap or lotion, but just completely chooses not to use it. Yeah. Yeah, no. Oh. Look this way, please. I'm trying to think what's gonna be next for Quantic Dream. I mean, well, I mean, granted, they, you know, beyond their latest game is still, you know, it's still sort of newish, I guess. I guess they're still trying to reap the success. I don't know how many copies they sold of the game. Let me see if I can. There's not really much of a point to doing this shower thing because you guys are not going to be able to see it anyway. And I'll just do it just to pass the time. I used to think that you had to do it to progress the game, but you don't. You actually don't. I figured it out. So yeah, you guys are going to see a nice, lovely blank screen. I don't know if YouTube will ever change. I don't know if they have actually changed their policy yet on in-game nudity. And welcome back to being able to see the game. Oh goodness. Anyway. So Twitch. Yeah. Twitch be twitchy. I'll save that for another time. Maybe I'll make a video just bitching about you bitching about Twitch. Uh-oh.
Look.
Not good.
Going without sleep is driving me crazy. Get up, close the fridge door, go to bed.
Oops.
Simple.
If I can get around this pole here.
How on earth did the fridge just open like that? Get it together, girl.
I don't know.
There's someone
Seriously.
here. There's someone in the apartment.
Again,
phone
this
on the
apartment
desk.
is
I could
open
call for
enough
help.
that you can
The
tell.
front door. It's the only way out.
You can tell
If I
if
can
somebody's
reach
in the
it,
room
I
with
still
you.
have a chance.
It's a room. That's it. Oh, speaking of the room. Oh, hi. Gosh. They need to make a sequel for that movie. I don't care what anybody says. Although one of the actors in the movie, Greg something. The guy that plays Mark in the movie, he actually made a book. He wrote a book, I think it was him, called The Disaster Artist. Definitely on my must-read list, you know. Definitely looking forward to checking that out. It's about his experience working in the room, you know, working on acting in the room. If you guys don't know what the then you guys have probably not seen many of my videos. Oh. Or my broadcasts. Must forgive me, I have to sort of concentrate on this. A little bit. Uh-oh, damn. Okay, how many guys are in this apartment anyway? Oh gosh. Oh gosh, square. Okay. Oh, okay, that's ridiculous. I did that prompt. Oh, got him. Ugh. I think I'm one of those people that I'm just like, this. It's probably the reason why I don't play the Wii a lot. It's mainly because, and I guess you can call me lazy or whatever, but I get tired of like repetitive motion and stuff like that. Especially when it involves shaking a controller or waving a controller side to side, whatever the case may be. Just like it's, you know, the idea is pretty novel for the first like few minutes, but like if you're playing a game where that's all you have to do, and there's like a ton of games that are like that on the Wii, I'm like, okay, I'm kind of tired of this now. That's the end of Madison. We only had one chapter. I'm just kidding, of course. All of that was just a freaking dream. This is why I hate this stupid chapter. Christ. I hate fake outs like that. I really do. In anything. Movies, games, whatever. I really don't like them. And, you know, if anybody's aspiring to be a game writer or a movie writer or any kind of writer, don't do that. And before somebody suggests a game that has a total fake out. Just kidding. Okay, where are we with Ethan? I feel like it's been a while. Doesn't help that it's been a few days since I played the game last, but... So I kind of have to fill in the gap here because this wasn't obvious. At least to me, this wasn't obvious to me. Pretty much at this point, it is now confirmed that Sean was kidnapped by the origami killer. Who's the origami killer? I don't know. Well, of course I know, but I'm not gonna tell. But the reason why I bring it up, it's probably obvious to you too, but it's just that kind of the last chapter.
Church, all their children were gone. They searched and called for them. They cried and begged, but it was all to no avail. The children have never been seen again.
What happened was that in the last chapter, you know, the cops at that point weren't even convinced that it was the origami killer. I mean, you heard Carter Blake say, oh, he might have just, you know, run away. All right.
I have to get out of here and find out what this ticket is about.
I don't know why I needed to look at the clock, but... Okay, down we go.
The origami figure in my hand after my blackout. It's the same one the killer leaves in the hands of his victims. I've never done origami in my life. I'm the origami killer. I black out, and then the murdering starts. I know it's me.
I love it. I love the jump.
Goddamn
and
reporters. They've been camped outside my house all day.
Check this part out right here. See how the reporters are all kind of gathered around the front of Ethan's house? And look, some are facing this way. They can't see that Ethan just attempted to give them the slip. Didn't even try. It's not like he parked the car around the corner or anything like that. That's good observation on their part. They're the best. They're going to be waiting there for a long time. I wonder if this is an actual... I guess this is a train station or something. I wonder if this is an actual thing in Philadelphia. And if it looks exactly like this. I don't know enough about Philadelphia. If anybody is watching this and is from Philadelphia, let me know, please.
Gonna have to make it through the crowd. I can't take crowds. Just can't handle it.
And yes, he is walking that slow. I'm literally pushing down the button as hard as I can. That's gamer logic, isn't it? Like, we all do that, don't we? We all...
I can't make it. Too many people.
Whenever you play a game.
Too many people.
Have you ever... You know, you wanted to, you know, you're fighting a boss or and then a really tough enemy or something like that, and all of and you know, all of a sudden you just start sort of slamming down on buttons because you're like, I really gotta hit them hard or something like that. Because apparently the harder you hit the button, the more damage you're doing to the enemy. Okay. Gotta find a way of securing my microphone so that way you guys don't hear that. But it's one of those like learned behaviors that nobody tells you, hey, press the button harder to hit the enemy harder, but we all do it. And yes, we entered some kind of weird moment where Ethan probably took a hit of something. I don't know what it is. Uh-oh, red balloon.
Dad, where are you?
Ghost Jason!
Jason!
There was a movie about a red balloon, right? And I remember seeing it as a kid, and I can't remember what it was about.
Jason!
Oh, that was almost Silent Hillish right there.
Jason!
Dad!
Jason!
Gotta follow that pesky little balloon. Yeah, and actually there's a trophy for knocking down 50 people in this weird sequence here. Which is always fun.
Jason!
Dad!
Jason!
Yes, and I am going to be drawing a lot of comparisons between this game and Beyond. I'm not going to spoil that game for you guys, and I will be doing a Let's Play of it, but... And, you know, I can't help it. It's a game by the same company. There are a lot of similarities, but there are also a lot of differences. One thing, if you look at all the button prompts, and for some reason a lot of the details sometimes get really fuzzy in this game. I don't know why. I don't know if you saw his hand. You couldn't see his nails. I don't know. This game is interesting. But the button prompts, I think they kind of streamlined it a little bit where you're not doing as many different types of motions, which in a way I kind of welcome. I hate shaking the controller.
Line 18, box number 3.
You know, like I was saying before, with the Wiimote, I've not played this game, so maybe, you know, I shouldn't be commenting on this, but one of the Zelda games that was on the Wii. I think it's back here. Oop. It was sort of like that. That's you had to like slash, you know, slash with the Wiimote, which is fun for like 2 seconds, but then I would get so tired of it. Anyway. Oh, come on. What's in the box? What's in the box? I'm sorry, guys. I had to do that. That was like a really, really, really horrible Brad Pitt impression. Oh my gosh. I will never put you guys through that again. You'll notice that looks very similar to the box that Hassan showed and handed to Scott Shelby. 207. Ethan has some really pretty eyes, I'm not gonna lie. One thing I will say is
I took a room in the first motel I saw.
yeah, that's a thought I would tell myself because I wouldn't know if I took a room in a motel I first saw already. You ever just remind yourself what you just did? I sure don't. I want to know how to do that like lizard. That is pretty sweet. You know, I thought this game would have made me really get into origami. Because I mean, I actually bought an origami book years before this game even came out. But it's not that I didn't get into it, because it looks pretty awesome. And I'm still, I'm still fascinated by it. But I just never had time to kind of sit down and learn it. Are you prepared to show courage to save your son? Joe's garage. Okay. I think I missed a step. Hang on. There's something else. Here you go. Show you this right here.
Help! Dad,
Sean.
where are you? I'm so cold. Dad! Dad!
So that kind of confirms it. Five origami figures. So there are a total of 5 trials. Each trial is kind of outlined in each origami figure. I just opened up the first one. They have very vague clues as to what you're supposed to, what's gonna happen, but as you can guess, it's not gonna be a walk in the park. It's not gonna be flowers and ponies. I think we might be playing as someone else now. Who? Oh my gosh. Am I lucky or am I lucky? Gosh. I call this a good day. Whenever I get to see Norman Jayden, it's a good day. So my crush on him has been going on for about 4 years now, something like that, just
The
about.
killer is white, aged between 30 and 45. He doesn't
It's
act on
bad.
impulse, but plans his crimes in a very meticulous fashion. He doesn't have anything personal against the victims.
These glasses
That's
have
why he covers their
PowerPoint on
faces
them.
with mud, to make them
That is pretty
anonymous.
sweet.
Why does he kill them if he doesn't have anything against them?
For him, they're more of an image, a symbol. That's
Flipping
probably
through
why he gives them
slides.
an origami figure and an orchid as gifts to apologize for what he's done to them.
Very interesting. And where does all that get us?
The best way of tracking a predator is to be familiar with his behavior.
That may be true in novels, but there's a child's
Chris
life
Hansen
at
does.
stake here.
Continue, Jayden.
Then I studied the geographical distribution of the murders. Generally, a killer commits his first murder near to where he lives, so he has a safe place to flee to if any complications arise. The more confident he becomes, the further he roams from his base. By analyzing the locations where the victims disappeared, I was able to isolate a zone where the killer might live.
And what size is this, zone?
For the moment, about 10 square miles.
Is he trying to impress Ash?
Oh, great. There must be 10,000
something.
people live in that sort of area. You gonna question them one by one?
Oh no, you didn't.
It may not give us the address of the killer, but at least it's something to go on. Blake,
Right,
if you've got a
testosterone
better
time.
plan,
Ugh.
I'm willing to listen. Don't be shy. I'm all ears. One detail attracted
Okay.
my attention. The interval between the time when a victim disappears and the time when the body is found ranges from 3 to 5 days. But the rainfall is always at 6 inches, give or take 10%.
What on earth does that mean?
All the victims were drowned in rainwater. The killer kills only in the fall when there is plenty of rain. It could be that he puts them in some sort of well or tank that is open to the skies and that fills up with rainwater. The more it rains, the less time the victim has to live.
So what's next?
There are 2 suspects whose psychological profile might fit and can be connected to the comfort zone. I'd like to question them.
God damn it. We're wasting our time with this bullshit. The killer's out there somewhere. We gotta get off our asses and find him.
What does he think Jaden is trying to do? Oh no, you didn't.
Blake, I've had just about enough of your shit. You've been chasing this guy for what? 2 years? And what are you caught, huh? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
What, you think you can do a better fucking job than me with your psychology degree and your great glasses? Well, let me tell you something, pal. That don't mean zip when it comes to getting out there. You're just a fucking bureaucrat.
Oh hell no.
Your vast experience hasn't prevented 8 victims from being murdered.
Fucking asshole!
That's enough.
Oh, they're gonna
You said it
kiss. You
took
know that.
6 inches
People are
of
aggressive
rainfall
like that.
before the victim died. How much time do we have left?
If the weather forecasts are right, less than 72 hours.
And they're still working together. I would be like, I'm gonna work by myself because, yeah. All right, so we're at one of those suspects' apartments that Jaden mentioned.
No answer. We waste our time coming here.
Maybe we should have a little look inside anyway.
There's nobody home.
There is now.
I'm not sure that's entirely legal.
Well, I'm not sure that's legal at all.
Call the cops.
What's that supposed to mean? Okay.
Looks
Well,
like Nathaniel Williams is a pretty religious guy.
He's a God-fearing idiot, waiting for the end of the world. We questioned him a few months back because he was causing a disturbance in the park. He was ranting and raving. Said he heard voices. Had this idea in his sick little head that I was the Antichrist. I'd come to Earth to persecute him. Real twisted.
Yeah, I'm kind of sure there's a shortage of crucifixes in Philadelphia right about now. Oh gosh, is that milk or something? Is he waiting for Santa? There's supposed to be cookies in the plate or something. Just about out of time. I'm going to show you
Candles are
this.
still lit. He should be back soon.
Oh, get back up. I mean, you think there's enough? I mean, there's still space on the wall near the floor. He could have put about 500 more crosses. But anyway, I'm just about out of time here, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop the video. I know it's mid-chapter, but that's how I roll. But I'll be back. Don't fear.